Hi, Scorpio. This is your ORISHA tarot reading. So, whenever you come across this, this is meant for you to see. I'm using the ORISHA tarot by Andrew McGregor and the accompanying book that goes with it. And as I was getting your cards and trying to figure out what angle I'm going to shoot this at, just work with me here. I want to, I got that you're going to see a miracle. You're being told that miracles do happen, or you're going to witness a miracle, or there's going to be some miraculous change in your life, your lifestyle, something like that maybe. For some of you, the cards that I had gotten out of this when it first came was the Hermit, which is Virgo energy, right? So I got the second position was the Nine of Wands. So being on the defensive, protecting yourself, protecting your home, protecting your energy, protecting the Magician. You could be protecting your magic. You could be protecting your gifts. Okay, you feel like you may be protecting your gifts, and you could be trying to protect your gifts from the Knight of Wands. For some of you, that's one of the messages. But that's not the message for the spread. This is just my intuitive hits. At the bottom of the deck was the Hierophant, which is number 5. Now this reading, these numbers added up to a 4, and at the bottom of the deck is a 5. So 5 and a 4 is a 9. So this is a spiritual message from your divine guidance. What I got here from this Hierophant, from this, just from the picture, it's as if the Babalao, or the teacher, doesn't want to share his gifts, and he's walking away, but he's looking over his shoulder because he knows that she, or the second person, has gifts of her own that she may be able to survive without his gifts. And so maybe he's giving that a second thought before he goes forward or walks away. But he has the secrets, and he knows that she knows it. So this is someone who knows that another person is very aware of their gifts, and they also know that that person who is aware of their gifts has gifts of their own, and they are very much able to use it to their own benefit. So even though he knows that he is the Magician, that he is the Babalao, he also knows that this person here has gifts of her own and is able to protect herself and is able to take her gifts to market also for some of you. So maybe something creative, maybe there's some kind of power struggle going on here for you whenever you come across this reading, Scorpio. So yeah, so I got so someone is looking deep inside. They're trying to find out what their motives are, what their motivation is. They're trying to learn more about themselves and what it is. They could be trying to learn more about what gifts they do have. They're trying to find out, to get to the bottom of things for themselves. They're trying to understand themselves. So they are going deep within and trying to understand themselves. They're trying to understand these patterns in themselves. And as they're doing that, they're being very defensive. They have their defenses up. Could be defenses up against magic. Some people. may feel that they have to keep their defenses up against some magic that's being done to them or brought towards them. That could be it. Could also be this person is using magic to protect themselves or has the knowledge, infinite knowledge on what to do instinctively. This person has all the tools that they need to protect themselves and to manipulate the situation to their advantage. This could be either this person or that person. Whoever it is that is going and doing the work. Okay. They're protecting themselves against the magic of others because they have their own magic. And they have a lot of love to offer, or someone is going to come towards them with an offer of love. So they're either trying to work a way to protect themselves using magic in order to be able to offer love to someone, a sincere offer of love or sincere offer of friendship, because someone walked away. Okay. All right. So, but like I said, before I turned on the camera, the message was, you're about to see a miracle. Miracles do happen. Miracles do happen. They just said that. Miracles do happen, Scorpio. So whatever it is, decide what it is that you want right now so that it comes to you, right? So, you've been doing a lot of soul searching. Right, Hermit card. You could have Virgo in your chart, or whoever this is around you may have Virgo, but if this is just your energy, which is what it's supposed to be giving you some guidance about, then this is you. And the Hermit is 9. Okay. I don't know if you heard that rooster. Okay. It's the middle of the day. 13:03 I just now when I looked up. So that may mean something to someone. So this is, hermits are known for possessing wisdom learned in solitude. They tend to spend time in remote places, connecting with spirit and seeking knowledge and understanding. Historically in Cuba, there has been tension between the practices in Havana, the city, and El Campo, the countryside. There's a famous case of one priest who was forced to be initiated again so that he would be respected in Havana. The Orisha came at his reconsecration, so he was given the name Obad Imeji, meaning the one who was crowned twice. Oba Imeji, the one who was crowned twice. Okay, Imeji. That reminds me of Ibeji, which is twins. So maybe this has something to do with twins. Maybe you have twins in your family. Maybe this is about a twin flame journey for some of you, if that's what you're into. Okay, but this is someone who has been crowned twice. The tension in this situation was both about tradition and politics. So maybe the person that you're dealing with is involved in spiritual practices, or they may be involved in politics, or both, or you may be. Those may be creating a tension for you in dealing with politics along with your spirituality. For some of you, maybe you feel that that's some kind of a conflict for you. Could be. Or you may be conflicted about your spiritual beliefs and your political beliefs for some of you. Okay? Well, that would kind of make sense right about now, wouldn't it? In modern times, one of the big challenges the religion faces is the invention of new ceremonies in order to profit from those flocking to have the latest initiation. Many of these fake ceremonies are said to have been found in the country and are restoring the old, true, lost ways of doing things. Many of these fake ceremonies are said to have been found in the country and are restoring the old, true, or lost ways of doing things. In this card, we find a hermit emerging from the woods in some remote area. They carry a staff used to honor the ancestors. Their practice is private and personal. They hide away their knowledge so that only the faithful can engage with it. Right. Being defensive about your magic, your gifts, keeping that information to yourself that you are practicing in private, or that you are practicing in a way that suits you, okay, for some of you, that's what they said, if you're practicing in a way that suits you, you are practicing the traditions as you would be, as it would be suited, okay, as it was originally supposed to be, that the ceremonies were not needed, huh? The way these ceremonies are done wasn't necessary for you to do your inner work and find your guidance. You are protected. Ding, ding, okay, as you set out on this journey to find your inner self, because someone walked away and they thought that someone may have walked away from a marriage. Hierophant. Someone may have walked away from a relationship or a marriage, and that may have caused someone to take a good look at themselves, and they're protected while they are learning their magic. For some of you, I'm just giving channel messages as it's coming. This is not from the book, so just stick with me, folks. They said to say, this is going to be a long one. All right, so just know that now. And it's 13:08 when I said that, so that's 3 and 8. That's 11. So, yes. This is going to be a long one because it's needed. It's needed. They need to talk to you. They need to talk to you, Scorpio. Okay. So let's get back to that. They need to talk to you. The ego is about the legitimacy of lineage, the ancestor staff, right? That stick there, that represents your ancestors. And you're getting to know your ancestral line. You're getting reconnected. Okay, you're verifying some lineage for some of you. Some of you could be getting DNA testing to see where you are connected to, or doing research about your lineage. Okay, a glowing pot over here contains all those mysteries which you keep, and the woods is where you get your power. So out in nature is where you get your power and your peace. And the house on the hill talks about a need for connection before engaging with the spirits. So there's some need for a connection in your life before you can go further on your journey. So you need to connect with your lineage, your home, your family. There's a connection that is needed before you can go forward on your journey. Okay. This talks about the duality of seeking and transmitting wisdom. Both student and teacher must assess who they are dealing with in order to avoid falling for unscrupulous motives. So, need to be aware of who you are dealing with. Yet ultimately, it is only through dedication to Spirit itself that the mysteries have any power. So, you may have the gifts, but what are you doing with it? So you have to learn how to dedicate yourself to your gifts, to Spirit, so that you don't have to be prey to unscrupulous teachers or teachings, right? Tradition is a word that many people throw around to put an end to people questioning them. However, in the Orisha practices, we are talking about family and regional practices that vary greatly across time and geography. An Orisha might be male in one place and female in another. Neither belief is wrong if you're working within that lineage. Yet people want a homogenized tradition to which they can refer. In oral traditions, though, there is no book to refer to and no central holder of the truth, so we must proceed with caution. This is talking about learning as you're going along, making mistakes, and gaining knowledge, and knowing that the mistakes were not mistakes, they were just tools under your belt. Information, learning, growth, right? Self-awareness. In learning to walk our path, it can be hard to know where to look. Of course, there are many public teachers, but it is not obvious whether they are devout, political, or seeking only profit. It is the obligation of the seeker to make sure that they honor both the elders from which they learn and that which they know to be true. So, tradition and science coming together. Learning from the past, learning for the information, and building on that lost knowledge. Building 1313, when I said that, building on that lost knowledge and going forward and combining it, being innovative, okay? Being innovative, following your intuition and being innovative, and bringing the belief systems up to date. Okay, right. And the need, talks about a need for reflection. This is about an unusual teacher with hidden opportunities. It is through genuine relationships with people that you will find what you want. It also talks about traveling for new opportunities. So coming out of the woods, right? After you have been working through and learning more about yourself, coming out of the woods and maybe doing some traveling in order to connect with other people, meeting new people. I just have to put on some cream on my hands. I'm looking too ashy on my hands. Okay. I'm telling you, I was like, they were just pushing me, and I just said, well, let me just do it here. So excuse the room and all, but don't worry about what I look like. Just worry about the message, because this is important for somebody, Scorpio. So go out in the woods and pray, but make sure you honor your ancestors first and be wary of groups of people. So using your intuition, your gifts, you're protecting your gifts, right? Because you may be coming in contact with new people as you encounter or as you are trying to offer your friendship and your love to others. You're encountering new people and you're being warned to protect yourself and protect your gifts. Okay. All right. So in the second position. So this is, in this spread, first card represents this talks about the blessings. So the blessings is the time that you spent in hibernation, okay, learning and going within. So that was the blessing. So the next card, the Sobo, is the defensiveness, right? Position number, I'm sorry, wrong. The magician, the negativity, the obstacles that you may be facing as you go on this road. And again, protecting your energy or other people's magic. Let's take a look at card number 2. So this is the negativity, the magic. Or your gifts are the negativity. There could be jealousy about your gifts, and that's why you have to protect yourself. So you're learning how to maybe protect yourself, protect who you love, protect how you offer your love. Okay, protect how you, defensive about how you offer your gifts in love relationships. Oh, okay, for somebody. Now the magician is number 1. Okay, the ability to harness power and direct it to manifest a desired outcome. This is trickster energy at its best, to manipulate people towards their destiny and manipulate just for their own benefit. So learning how to control that energy in yourself, that is the negativity that you are capable of engaging in. Here we see a priest working to make something for a godchild. All initiations and ceremonies would be determined by divination. Doing so would ensure that the right things are being offered at the right time to maximize their effects. Ingredients and offerings, baths, and ceremonies were not set by tradition. Would not be set by tradition. It would be divine force. So you get a reading, and the things that needed to go into your terrain with the secrets of the Orisha, that would be determined by your divination. So each Orisha, it's not set in stone. Nothing is set in stone as far as what will go into your terrain, what you need, what implements you need, whatever secrets, mysteries go in here, your Babalawo will find that out when they do a reading for you through divination. So that's how that works. Or that's how it should work. Okay. It is the priest and the godparent's job not only to see what is needed in the moment, but also to look towards helping the godchild grow and fulfill their destiny. Through their wisdom, divination, and experience, they're able to help cultivate the best in a person. This may require spiritual healing, encouragement, chastising, or challenging them to grow, and often it includes all of these ideas and more. So, some of you may be in touch with a teacher or a mentor, a godparent, someone who is taking that role in your life, whether it was in a formal way or energetically, right? So this person, you see them as a godmother or role model, godfather, mentor, teacher, someone you look up to, and you're learning from them. You have a relationship with them. They're able to, 2323 when I said that, right? As far as the role went, the time on the film. Anyway, but I was seeing 444, but it was 2323. But anyway, and as I said, this reading does add up to a 4. So this is a 4 and then a 5, so that makes it 9. So this is a message from the universe, from your ancestors, right? This is an end to a situation, perhaps, or telling you that you have achieved a certain level, right? Because this is a 9, and this is a 9, so you got 2 9s. So this is an end of a situation for you and a way forward out of a situation also for some of you. Okay. Though the religion emphasizes cultivating good character and honesty, I always mix up through and though. Though the religion emphasizes cultivating good character and honesty, it is still composed of people. Ignorance, need, or malice allows forces other than fate to mark people for the receipt of Orisha and ceremonies. Many are the stories of people needing to suddenly receive something extra near their godparents' rent day. When we see the magician in a reading, it can be an indication that someone is only out for themselves. It might be a person with the apparent power, or it could be a person that you're reading for who is being dishonest with others and then blaming them when things are not working out. So maybe that is something that you need to watch out for, that type of energy from yourself or from people that you're dealing with, right? Who is doing things that they shouldn't be doing, and then when stuff doesn't work out, they blame the other people for it, right? So this is the symbolism on the card, are the shells, and they are a symbol of the ways in which your Orisha speak to us. The shells, the infinity sign. So the shells are here going around, Cori shells, and then the infinity sign over his head, and then we have, because that's the traditional symbol of the magician, the magician's card, and his sight is infinite, right? And the elements on the table are birthing things for the God child to be guided by. And the crown here represents a priest, all right? The ORISHA, the priest, the Babalaos. So this is a person that has infinite knowledge of magic, but they have to be careful, or you need to be careful on how you use it, and that you are not doing it to take from others, that you are using your powers in a good using your powers for good, not evil, right? Stay focused on your destiny. You're on track, but your needs or your character might take them in a direction that will bring you more problems than they fix. This could also be someone who is a master bullshitter, not my words right here, the master bullshitter who often fools themselves. If you do not keep your ego in check, your reputation will be ruined and things may fall apart. But if you are humble and honest, the world will bring you everything. Use the spirit or magic to overcome obstacles. You can do anything, but don't always know which thing you should do. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. It's important for you to listen to what you see in your dreams. The secrets you think you can keep will be tomorrow's headlines. So, okay, you may know something. For some of you, 1324 on the clock. You may know something, 1324, 6 and 4. You may know something. This is about 1, right? Because this added up to 1 right here. Okay, yeah. There's some, you may know something, and you're keeping a secret, but the secret you keep is going to be exposed anyway. And that's why they said for you to sit back and watch a miracle. Listen to divinations. Be honest. Ask Allegra to guide you, and then listen. Seek wise advice from wise elders. Seek advice from your elders. Talk to your ancestors and allow Allegra to lead you. All right? Pay attention to the readings that you get. Pay attention to whatever comes through divination. Maybe some of you are going to a reader, or you're going to seek a babalao. Pay attention to the guidance that's being given to you in that case, right? So, that's the Asobo. Now, this position here, wait a minute, then, I put that as card number 2. It should have been down here then. So this is the Asobo. Your magic is going to be able to help you defend yourself. Okay, folks. If somebody needed to get that message that way, that would have been it. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4 when I laid it out. All right, so 2 is here. The defensiveness. Let's see what that is, that 9 of Wands. still adds up the same way. It's just that position. And this actually then becomes your power, the Ashe. This is the Oxobo, the Nine of Wands, the negativity. So never mind if it doesn't fit, ignore it, but if it made sense, then the message was for you. Still channeling, they're saying. Okay. So let's look at the Nine of Wands. Okay. Sorry, Cups. Nine of Wands. Okay. Nine of Cups, Patty. What are you doing? Oh, Nine of Cups, which is even better. Wish fulfillment. Right, wish fulfillment. Wow, this is totally off, folks. I apologize. I said because I got high. Whatever. Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups. This is wish fulfillment. Be careful what you wish for. Huh? Be careful what you wish for. Something to do with this Knight of Cups. You may have conjured somebody up, Scorpio. For some of you, you conjured somebody up because somebody walked away and thought that you wasn't going to make it. And so you did the work. You went inside and did the work, Scorpio. So you conjured somebody up and now you have your defenses up. Because what you conjured up is coming. Oh, that's the miracle. Okay. That's the miracle. You manifested something by walking away from a situation or when someone walked away from you. And whatever you went looking for, you conjured it up. And now you're defensive against it a little. You got your defenses up against this wish fulfillment. Yeah, it should be not a lot of sun. You got the sun back here, and there's a lot of sunny. Looks sunny behind him. What you scared of? Scared of what you found out about yourself? Scared of the gifts that you uncovered as you went on your journey? All right. This talks about nurturing and fertility. This talks about growth. It talks about growth in emotional well-being and a time of abundance and prosperity. So this is about sky, sand, and sea. Highlight nature's fecundity. The energy moves from one place to another. Sky, sea, and sand. Right? Energy moves in that. They're showing me like that circle, and you got those three elements going in a circle. Constant movement from one place to another that allows life to flourish and thrive. As above, so below. Right. This interplay of elements are thought to mirror the process of conception in humans. With this card, we need to explore ideas tied to fertility and nurturing. So this could go along with looking into your family, your ancestral situation. This could be about finding some healing in that information. When things go well, this person or thing being nurtured grows healthy and takes a proper place in the web of the world. If there is neglect or abuse, then the ripples of these problems may carry forward and lead to disconnection, alienation, and many problems finding happiness in the world. So this may have happened to you. Maybe you were left many times, and it's caused you to learn a lot about life and yourself and your place in the world, and it has unlocked a lot of your gifts. You learned about your gifts, and you are getting what you wanted, what you wished for. When we are talking symbolically about a project, a job, or a venture, it's important to think of this proverb. No one part of nature is disconnected from the world, just as we are connected to friends, family, co-workers, and even adversaries. Tending to this web of connection is integral in finding happiness and success. So you may uncover some things about yourself or about the people around you. When you were doing this inner work, your gifts helped you uncover some secrets about the people that you love, for some of you. About family and friends and co-workers. That was part of what was uncovered when you were doing this inner searching, because you were searching yourself and your life. And you got to know more about your spiritual gifts, so you're grateful for that. And that's what you wanted. That's what you wanted. You wanted to learn more about yourself. You wanted to learn how to protect yourself, how to take care of your problems, how to change your energy, how to change your destiny, for some of you, or how to go forward towards your destiny. You wanted to get out of a negative energy. So you wanted to be able to take charge of the situation for yourself. Okay, for some of you, that may ring true. So this card does talk about sky, sand, and sea. Some of you may be related. So this may have something to do with the Navy, the Air Force, the Army. Navy, Air Force, and Army. So some of your ancestors may be connected to that. Navy, Air Force, and Army. So military. It talks about the sun, which sustains everything. Each person, each animal making themselves a home in their environment. So if you go into the military, you have to adjust to the military. And some of you made those adjustments by using your gifts. You were able to make adjustments. Those of you who went into those type of jobs or those type of careers or lifestyles, or you were brought up in the military, you were able to make it through the adversity of these experiences because of your gifts that were innate, and it was part of your journey, and you are realizing that now. You may not have known that then. You may not have known that then, but as you're doing this deep soul searching, that is what you are realizing. Yeah. So, discovering. All right, this card speaks of increased happiness and good outcomes. The more attention is put on holistic or interwoven models of growth, the better things will go. So you're seeing how things link together. 6 degrees of separation, I'm hearing. Okay. When things are great, it's easy to avoid anything negative. Yet even things that are a problem must be thought of as part of the success here. So you may find out some things that may be disturbing. You may have found out some things about yourself, about your environment, about the people around you that may have been disturbing, but it was for the best outcome for all in the end. And you will see that. That may be the miracle that you will encounter, Scorpio. Okay. This talks about enjoying your life. Paying attention to where you have friction and tending to it. So taking care of stuff when it pops up, that's going to bring disturbance to your happiness. Mm. One area of life is thriving, but how about the others? It's not about being a predator or prey, it's about interconnection. So, not using your gifts as predatory to obtain your happiness, all right? But trying to make a connection, knowing the difference, learning the difference between being a predator, being prey, or being part of an interconnected relationship, right? The magic that you find in a relationship that's interconnected. There's magic to be found there. Okay. So there's a special magic that comes with this knowledge. With this knowledge. And you'll be able to protect your wish fulfillment with this knowledge. Because it may be challenged in some way for some of you. Okay, so this is talk about sitting in nature. Take a break to enjoy life. Thank those that got you there and honor your enemies. So, don't wish them no bad luck. Don't bring me no bad news. I just heard. Don't wish them no bad luck, and don't bring me no bad news. So don't even talk about them. Don't even discuss it. Don't even discuss it. Wish them well. Honor your enemies. Thank God. Thank your ORISHA. Thank your ancestors for getting you through whatever that was. Whatever this situation was. Could have been this. I don't know. But I'm saying, just let it go. But learn from it. And see how you got through it. However many times it had happened. Be grateful for the gifts that got you through, that are bringing you towards your wish fulfillment. So give honor to those who stood against you, and also those who stood for you. Knight of Cups. So this is, again, the power the universe could give you to overcome and to protect that, so that you can come out on the other end with the Knight of Cups energy for you or the person that you are going towards. Okay, Knights have an energy of 13, which again is a 4. No, 13 is the Queen, sorry. 14 is the King, 11. 14, 12, yeah, 14, 13, 12. 12. Okay. A Knight is a 12. Okay. I'm learning as I'm going along, folks. This is a big book. But it's better for me to read it to you than, not. But as I get better with it. But you see how I do. I get intuitive hits. So, as I'm reading. Whether I'm reading these cards, any cards I read, right? That's how it goes with me. And you either like the style or you don't. And I'm sorry if you don't. But anyway, happy birthday, Scorpio. For those of you this is a Scorpio reading. So if you're getting this around your birth time, happy birthday. Okay. So this position, in trying to do something in life, we need to be realistic about what we're going to do. This position talks about our part of the contract and making our goal happen. Now, if the Tower was here, it would have said that you must be willing to shake things up in your life. So, if you see something here you won't do, consider stopping the reading and rethinking the whole thing. This card could be considered the light of the array. It's a blessing, but sometimes the blessing isn't worth the sweat it takes to make it happen. Okay, so you could be getting something but what you may be getting may not have been worth all of the sweat that you went through. Ugh, that's not nice. But let's see. Let's see. What is the Knight of Cups? All right. So that's each of these pages have the same depiction as in the card, right? The Knight of Cups is a hardworking person who does repetitive jobs. At its best, this card represents someone who is generous and tireless in the service of their community. At its worst, it can speak of someone who is petty, irritable, and complains endlessly about the job at hand. The ORISHA traditions run on food. When I was first initiated, one of my elders explained to me that a priest is obliged to be a good host and feed the people who come to their house. In this card, we meet the head of the kitchen, the person who knows all the traditional foods and how to prepare them. This person also knows how to run a kitchen for large events. Running a kitchen full of volunteers and cooking for lots of people is a taxing thing to do. Each animal that was sacrificed must have its parts prepared for the spirits and the rest cooked for the people present. All must be carefully kept separate to avoid a taboo term ending up, or a taboo item ending up on the wrong plate. It is not uncommon for people to cook and clean all day for several days in a row at a priest initiation. Tempers can run high and emotions can overflow. The head cook's job is to keep everyone working together and on track. So this talks about cooking and working in the kitchen. Okay, so Thanksgiving's coming up, so maybe you're going to have some interaction. You're in charge of planning the menu. All right, that could be for somebody. Images of traditional foods to symbolize the practical knowledge required. So you could be learning how to cook some traditional dishes, or maybe you're going to be serving traditional dishes, right? Okay, and I'm seeing 1343, which is 7 and 4, which is 11. So, yes, maybe you're going to get an opportunity to learn about different recipes. And it could be cooking or it could be magic. It could, all right, for some of you, you're learning different magic recipes, right? Because you are going to be getting in touch with your ancestors or your lineage. You're going to be learning new ways, or maybe you learned how to cook through your ancestral line, through your lineage, and maybe you're passing these cooking tips. So it could be actual cooking, or it could be recipes, spell work, magic, things like that. Okay. The pot that is boiling represents both the food being prepared and the possibility of things boiling over. So having to be careful about the way you present information, what you put into the pot, keep your eyes on what's going on. 1344, that's 444, right? So paying attention to what you are doing, right? I'm hearing you want to be starting something, you got to be starting something. So paying attention to what you are manifesting, what you are teaching. Okay, this card shows us how we do under pressure. When the work is tiring and thankless, our flaws and triggers, along with our character, all show. This person's life is like the kitchen. They work and sweat all the time, only to have it happen all over again next week. A time of great effort without an obvious end. Taking repetitive, thankless jobs that don't get us anywhere. And this talks about arguing with people when the pressure is on. So maybe when you're under pressure, become irritable. Some people need to release that energy. That irritable energy that you have is because there's an energy that needs to be released. And maybe that's why you might be a little bitchy. And on the defensive, which is not this card, but that's what I keep getting from this. You're defensive about getting your wish fulfilled. It's something that you manifested, something that you conjured up, and you are being on the defensive about, because you have a lot of built up pressure. You're angry. It's aggression. It's aggressive. It's aggression, built up, pented energy. Someone. So you need to take a break, hydrate, drink some water, or get in the shower, or go for a swim. Don't speak out in anger. And when you host a dinner, make sure you include sweet foods. Okay, so pies and cookies and cakes, and bake something nice. Maybe that's what you need to do for your Thanksgiving or whatever you're celebrating whenever you come across this reading. So this all added up to, this was a 4 and this was a 5. 4 is about building a foundation, the way you're going to start moving into your energy, into your power, into your gifts. This is direction for you to be careful the way you get your energy, the way you give it out. Be careful the way that you teach what you're teaching. Be careful about, look out for people who might be trying to take advantage of you through, charlatans and things like that. All right. Being overcharged, or be careful about you overcharging for your gifts. All right. Yes. Be fair about that. All right. Because you may need to be able to take care of yourself after someone leaves. Right? So you may need to feel a need to charge more for it, for your work. For some of you, that's a message. You may need to charge more, or you may feel guilty about charging more, or you maybe you're being warned about looking at how much you're charging and not to get over your head with that. Because you remember where you came from. Some of you may be being urged to raise your prices, and maybe you're hesitant to do that because you remember where you came from, who your people were, and it didn't cost you much to find out. Or it didn't cost as much as is being portrayed out there. And you have that secret, and you can keep that to yourself. But just know it. Some of you can invoke that when you need to. There may come a time when you may need to invoke that knowledge. Maybe someone will come to you about getting a reading somewhere and a price that was quoted, and maybe you'll be able to tell them you don't have to do all of that. That could be another thing that happens, right? For some of you, that's a channel message. That you may be getting someone coming to you telling you that they were given a price, and they're going to come to you. And because of the knowledge that you have of the traditions and what goes into it, you may be able to help them from spending unnecessary money. For somebody, that's a message. Okay, so Scorpio, that's it, right? Is that it? Is that it, Spirit? Is that it, Lord? Ego? Orisha? Is that the end of Scorpio's message? 9. Oh, 9 is the Hermit. So we already got that. That's what this adds up to, 9 and the 4. That this part of the reading without that adds up to 4 is the Emperor, right? The Emperor. Emperor is not only the king. All right, so this is what the Emperor would look like. Number 4. Emperor is not only the king, but he is divinely appointed ruler of the earth. This person is born to lead, whether it is determined by spiritual or family heritage or lineage. This person was born to lead. And this is about that power and how we handle it, how we treat those that we lead. It says a lot about our character, as does how we handle the burdens we carry. So this is about a lesson about you learning how to use your gifts in a productive way. Okay, this is learning the traditions. So having respect for everyone, honoring your time, be fearless, but also be above reproach, because it's a community that needs your leadership. Okay, and you're about to be responsible for a lot of different things. All right, and you have to be able to establish solid boundaries. All right. Remember, once you get the crown can always be removed if you don't use your gifts in the right way. The crown can always be removed. That's what this adds up to for the Emperor. So this is the energy. You are a leader. But again, as I said, you have to be careful about the way that you use your gifts. Right? The way that you use your gifts. Okay? Being selfish. Someone's going to learn a lesson about being selfish. Okay? With their energy and with their gifts. You're about to teach someone a lesson about that also. Through this example, not through this journey, someone is going to see how you maneuver without them. And they thought that you would fail. Somebody thought you couldn't make it without them. And you're about to show them that you can, and you're going to be able to do it in a compassionate and kind way, right? Because you know what to put in, you know what to watch out for. Right, okay. You know what goes into a situation, and you know what to watch out for. All right, so you learned a lot, Scorpio. So, this is your Orisha reading. I hope that you enjoyed that. I hope it made sense. And excuse me for the mess, but it ain't about the way I look. It's about the message for you, right? So, thanks again, everybody, and I'll be talking to everyone real soon, all right? Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, and happy birthday again, Scorpio. Love you. Peace.